Hello everyone and welcome to Victoria 3. For this Let's Play, we're going to be playing as Harar, one of the Ethiopian kind of countries. And I'm thinking for this Let's Play, we're going to start off sort of with the goal of creating a strong, unified Ethiopian state. And then, maybe, depending on how the game kind of plays out, maybe we do a little bit of a reverse Italian colonization. Strike first, that sort of thing. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. The very first thing we need to do is go ahead and get our economy up and rolling. Really, the only resource that we have access to at the beginning here is some logging camps. So I'm going to go ahead and queue up three of those. But first, actually, I am going to go ahead and get a construction sector queued up so we can actually build things properly. Oh, did not mean to queue up that many of them. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and start with building a construction sector and then some logging camps. And while that's sort of going on, I'm going to go ahead and open up the diplomatic lens. And kind of the first thing that I want to start doing is improving relations. So really, we only have access to our Ethiopian kind of countries. I'm thinking Egypt is going to be the first person that I really want to improve with, just to try and focus on maybe at some point using them to help us out in some future wars, kind of depending on how that plays out with their whole thing. And then in addition to those logging camps, I'm definitely thinking we're going to need a strong military. So that kind of brings me to one of the first law changes that I would like to do, but we can't. I would really like to go ahead and move into professional army. We're currently on peasant levy, but we won't be able to do that because our only people in power is the landowners. So I'm thinking what we'll first do, maybe to try and no, we're not going to do local police just because I don't want to give the landowners more power. So I think one of the things that I'm also going to try and focus on is building up a military after the construction sector and the 2 logging camps come in. The next thing we're going to build is our military. We're going to build that up. And I think really I think what we'll need to focus on first is, yes, getting the port from Warsangali. And then after getting that port, I'm thinking we start with attacking some of these weaker guys over here. But yeah. So we also need to start working on research. And for that, I think, again, since we're going to be focusing pretty heavy on military, I think the first thing we're going to need to start doing is, let's go with gunsmithing and then get our way down to line infantry. Yeah. Alright, so it looks like steelworks, admiralty, and centralization are coming our way, and my outliner, it would appear, has not saved what I want it to. Okay. So, as it stands right now, we've got the landowners in power, and then the armed forces and the Sunni ulema are also influential, but not in government. I'm wondering if we could still have a legitimate government with the armed forces and the ulema in. So honestly, I think we're going to do that. And from there, can we get professional army? Yes, we can. 19% chance. Is that going to be what I want? Our first law? I think so. I think we're going to go ahead and start with professional armies as the first law. Maybe followed up with... Maybe we follow that up with appointed bureaucrats. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see what we need when we get there. But for now, I guess we're just going to keep letting it play out. Looking at our construction, we've got about 4 weeks left on that construction sector. And... okay, we've got the bonuses now from the armed forces. They went from hating us to liking us now. So that's good, I guess. So with that construction sector going, what I'm also going to do is... honestly, we can just go to lower taxes and bump up military wages because it doesn't really matter. We don't really have any tax waste, which is nice. And we have a ton of authority. So I'm thinking with that extra authority, what we can also start doing is let's go ahead and start bolstering the intelligentsia and the industrialists. And let's also go to decrees, and we're going to start social mobility. And let's go with agricultural. The reason in my head for going with agricultural is if we boost up food production, it should maybe increase our quality of life, which will then maybe help shift around some of the political power. Now then, let's go ahead and just look at the Age of Princes event. What? I'm gonna go ahead and guess that this means if we own all of this area and only our country is present, will this event get completed? There's not really a lot of detail going on with that, so that's good. I guess we're gonna go ahead and start seeing this religion, autocracy, nationality going through. I wonder, maybe we should go corn laws and get the landowners changed over. That could be interesting, but I honestly, that doesn't really make sense for the landowners who are empowered to want to do that. And to be honest, I'm gonna try and go more with what, I don't know, I kind of want to play to the country rather than force the country to do what I want. So I think for now we're gonna not do that. I don't know, I might change my mind later about how I want to play, but for now we're gonna play to the country rather than have the country play to us. So cool. With that, all right, our construction sector did finish, and we're getting those logging camps going. I'm wondering, under construction, honestly, it looks like we could probably afford another construction sector, which I think is what we're gonna do. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and actually... yeah, do another construction sector, and then continue working on the logging camps. Let's see, bureaucratic embroidery. Great. I guess we'll take the top option because I really don't want to deal with radicals right now. We're actually sitting at a somewhat nice spot with our radicals and loyalists, and yeah, since we only really have one state, I don't want any revolts. Um, because that will just be a little messy. Already we can see standard of living going up, which is really nice. Um, yeah, cool. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and take a look at our market. So we've got really cheap cloth, meat, and grains, but clothing, furniture, wood, and then liquor is really expensive. So that's cool. I know our market is currently isolationist, so we're not really going to be able to do much trading. And by much, I mean any trading, so that's cool. I think for now we're actually going to keep that on single crop. Keep that. I don't think there's anything really we can switch over to right now that would be beneficial. We don't have any urban development buildings. We just have military. So that's cool. I'm thinking the next building we'll start working on is a tooling workshop. And what does the food industry need? It just needs grain for right now, and it would produce groceries. Honestly, yeah, I think food industries would be good to build as well. It would increase the food available on our market. We don't need glass right now. What is... Yeah, we don't have any urban centers either, because we don't have any urbanization in our country, so that's cool. We're going to take a look at market prices. Wood, very expensive. Those the logging camps should hopefully help. Taking a look at our population. We've got 4 cultural groups, but 3 main ones. Mostly Sunni. All the powers with the landowners, as expected, with actually quite a bit of armed forces. And then most of our people are peasants, and then servicemen, which is interesting. That makes sense why there's a lot of armed force power then. Okay. So that will be done in 27 months. And if we take a look at our cultures, just to see our sort of acceptance. So we do accept all of our neighboring... Yeah, it looks like we accept all of our neighboring cultural groups here. Interesting, these two are 2 separate cultures rather than... That's cool. I wonder why. And then we have state religion. Of course. We've got a 9% chance on enacting professional army. This most likely won't happen, but since we don't really have any other laws that I want to pass, well, okay, cool. Yeah, we're just gonna have to give up on this one. That's what it looks like. So, I wonder what other laws we could be working on right now. We could go to oligarchy. Not that that would really do much for us right now. We don't really have capitalists to give power to. We could go to appointed bureaucrats. I'm just trying to think, because this gives us that bureaucracy, minus cost, but this gives us, we don't really need that taxation capacity. You know what? Let's do it. Let's see what happens. We can just turn it off as if it's not going to work. Also, I forgot to... we can't do road maintenance. I was going to enact the road maintenance decree because it has that plus 10 construction efficiency, but since we don't have centralization, we can't. So that's cool. And it looks like we are now in the negatives. So with that, it might be time to enact yeah, we're not going to do consumption tax, because even if we did all of them, it would not make up for our taxes. So for that reason, I think we're going to go ahead and go back to medium taxation, just to decrease our deficit by a little bit. And while we're at it, maybe we go... Nah, it doesn't really matter. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and actually increase our government wages, get more money in the intelligentsia and petite bourgeoisie hands, see if that does anything. And yeah, cool. I do think that the extra construction sector was a bad idea. We only have 11 construction, even though we have 2 of these. That's interesting. I wonder why that is. Let's go to buildings and construction sectors. I wonder if it's because... Okay, so I know we just built this, but I'm actually gonna cut it down to one size. Yeah. Okay, we have a 10% construction efficiency. I think that's from our bureaucracy. Let's see, we have wooden buildings. Okay. So yeah, we're working on that. Low organization. Oh, we don't have a general. That's right. Didn't actually install one. Let's see, we've got imperious, open terrain, and then we've got meticulous and defensive with adamant. Honestly, yeah, we'll go with him. And we can't upgrade these guys yet. We have cuirassiers, but I'm actually gonna switch. We're gonna go hussars because they only cost grain, and that's really the only thing we have right now that we could give to them. So that's great. We should probably get some of them as well. So I am gonna queue up. Let's queue up 5 of them for now. They'll give us 15 and 5. That should be good. I'm gonna go ahead and increase the speed. Alright. Okay, so these are going. Yeah, we still have a wood shortage. We just finished that logging camp. the first logging camp. That stalled, so we lost 15% enactment success chance, so that's cool. That's great. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so they are hiring, and by hiring, I mean using labor. Okay. And as they start to hire, wood should hopefully be going down in price. I think in addition to getting those in place, let's see, okay. Livestock ranches is going to be 32. Millet is 29. Vineyards are 30. 30, 46, and for cotton, 27, 30, and 30. Okay, cool. So it looks like we should also build up some cotton plantations. And what I'm actually going to do is bump these on down. And get those going. Faith knows no borders. Well, it doesn't really matter if the intelligentsia like us, so I guess we'll get them happy, I guess, to get their bonus. Rule folk and industrialists are okay. I guess I spoke a little too soon about the intelligentsia not being in power, because they are now. We have society research speed from them, and from them we have the. Okay, cool. That has a 1% chance of happening, so let's not even waste our time on appointed bureaucracy. Don't really have anything that we could switch over to. So I guess we just won't have any laws for now. And they're unhappy because I am no longer doing that. So now, minus 10%, it doesn't matter. Family ties gives us influence. Okay. Well, let's see what else can we do for the moment. I think now we're just gonna wait for these construction camps to keep on going. We have still extraordinarily expensive wood. Hopefully the second camp fixes that. I wonder why you guys are impoverished. Interesting. Let's see, let's go to population and look at our... Dang, they have a lot of excess. The middle strata do not have much access. Why are your needs so high? That's interesting. Furniture, clothes, and grain. Interesting indeed. Well, let's go up to high taxes. And we'll go ahead and lower military wages Government wages. Okay, we have an event. The Outlaw Prince, minor noble of the House of Solomon, has rapidly risen to power and popularity. Legally an outlaw, he has defeated every army against him, and he now seeks to take the throne of Harar by force. Interesting. Uh, who's our current king? Or emirate? Well, let's see. Still a landowner. He switches over to royalist, which doesn't really give us much. So that's cool, I guess. And we keep the same heir, who is a traditionalist and landowner still. So that's cool, I guess. We are now working on the tooling workshop. They are still employing people. And the wood is still very, very expensive. It is dropping in price, though, so that's nice, I guess. I guess... No, we can't suppress them because they're in government. That's so interesting that their influence shot up like that. I'm trying to remember why that happened. That's interesting. I wonder what would happen if we did take them into government. Bad things. Bad things would happen. Okay, cool. You're a traditionalist. You're a Democrat. That's interesting. And theocrat. No, cannot kick them out of government. I guess for now, since it doesn't matter if the armed forces are in power or not, just kick them out. Get a more legitimate government. They then become unhappy. And make military goods cost more. Well, it doesn't really matter because we're not doing much with the army anyways. Yes, I know wood is still expensive in our markets. Are there any other decrees that I can do? Okay, honestly, I know I was going to do agricultural, but I'm going to switch over to resource. Yeah, you can see how I've messed around with the taxes affecting our standard of living. Hopefully, this makes wood cheaper, so we can spend less on construction. I don't know. Production's up to 64. And consumption is at 97. Interesting. Okay. Let's go ahead and check out our population again. Oh. They're all in deficits. That's not great. Why? Taxes aren't really taking up their income is the thing. Grain, clothing, furniture. Huh. So I guess one of the things... Let's go and get rid of the food industry, actually, and the barracks. We don't really have the capability of doing that right now. Interesting. I wonder if clothing is expensive because fabric is expensive. That's not the button I meant to press. Mm. How are clothes being produced, actually? Probably the subsistence farms. Yeah. Okay. I guess then that means we need to build a textile mill. Um, which I guess is good that we also queued up those cotton plantations. Alright. Let's see. Do you have any friends? No. You do not. You know, it might be time to start fighting. Diplomatic demands. Conquer state. Let's just go ahead and force the diplomatic planks. They're not going to give in, so it doesn't matter. And we will mobilize and deploy to the front. We should win just numbers alone. What's their general looking like? He's a surveyor and he's bigoted. Interesting. Okay. They have 10 offense and defense. I mean, yeah, we're matched up for everything except numbers. We have significantly more numbers than them, so hopefully we should just steamroll them. They are mobilizing, and the diplomatic play is going. No one has joined them. Cool. I wonder where our balance is changing. Are we producing more wood now? Okay, wood has gone down in price. A lot, but not enough. Hmm. Oh, there's an actual Unify Ethiopia CV. I didn't realize that. I wonder. I wonder what the difference is between Conquer State and Unify Ethiopia. Maybe less infamy or something. Maybe less radicals for it. I don't know. We'll have to see after this one. See what it does. Yeah, I think Asa and maybe we'll go after Warsangali next. What does your diplomacy look like? Nothing. Alright, cool. You have 1 battalion. Honestly, yeah, I probably should have gone after them. I should have been fighting wars a lot sooner. Been wasting a little bit of time not doing that. Oh, they're building a tea plantation for our investment pool. Oh, maybe that's why we're getting money, actually. Yeah. Yeah, that's why our deficit went down. Or improved? Yeah. Y'all know what I mean. Okay, we've got 19 weeks. Jeez. Standard of living is just plummeting. So that's cool. So I know I said I was gonna do military as my focus for research, but honestly, I'm thinking centralization might be better. Alongside urban planning. Hmm. Actually, let's do academia. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Um. We are about to start the war, so that's great. Okay, so it looks like they're about to start an attack. You're set to advance, which is fine. Um, yeah. Yeah. And again, we should just be winning through numbers alone at this point. So that should be good. Okay. Well, that's that. If only 100% occupation just would let me make this go so much faster. Instead, we have to wait. Cool. Why are you headed back home? They want local police force. Okay. Well, I'd rather not upset the landowners, so whatever. I'll do it. Okay. Their war support is plummeting. Hopefully this goes quickly. Is wood getting cheaper? Is that why we're still... Not really. Why is the budget increasing? That's interesting. Okay. Giuseppe. He's so funny. He just doesn't stay. He just keeps going to Great Britain in all of my games. Giabaldi. Okay. Rousing speech captivates the public. Not that we really needed help passing it, but I guess we'll take it. And yes, we can propose peace deal and get what we want. Awesome. Okay, so now we're gonna do it again. This time we're gonna use the Unify Ethiopia. Oh, interesting. It only works on them. Cool. Who is the weakest of these groups? Jeez, they have that many units? Hmm. Maybe we won't do that. And instead, let's Let's use it on. Let's go ahead and take over these guys. You have 7, 10. Yeah, all right. Let's just get to them. Infertile grounds. Who? Oh, you're an agitator. Okay. Cool. I guess. I don't know. Didn't He didn't really do anything. He just showed up and left. So that's cool, I guess. Alright, let's put the army there. And, oh, awesome. So the tooling camp finished up as well while the war was going on. And these cotton plantations are going to start going as well. Excellent. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, no one needs tools, do they? Yes. Okay. That'll decrease laborers. Not that we really need to decrease laborers. Where's the train tools? No, let's not do that. Oh, the game's paused. I was like, why is employment not increasing? Okay, tool price is super high, as is fabric. But hopefully these plantations will fix that. Ooh, playwright. You know what that means? Prestige. How much money is the investment we'll have? 32K. Nice. We are technically making money. So that's good. And no one has joined their side. Cool, I guess. They have a fishing wharf and a port, and that is all. Cool. Well, nope. I'm going to enact social mobility there, and I guess no, we're not gonna do resources. You have iron mines, which is nice. Iron isn't consumed in my market right now, I believe. So there's not a reason to have iron. Yeah, we really need that textile mill and cotton plantation. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Alright, calm down. You know, I wonder if anyone... No, I was gonna see if anyone would join my customs union, but no, of course not. Why would they? Alright. Police is now in consideration. And we are starting to... Okay. We are now going to war. Our standard of living's increasing. Interesting. I wonder if I go to the budget. No, this don't really have any worthwhile consumption taxes. That would go down by 500. That would go up by 150. This would go up by 45. Hmm. Is there a particular... That just does enactment time. You do infinite decay, trigger out competitiveness. Okay. Cool. So they're going to war. And... Okay. Oh, you know what? Actually, I haven't even checked out... We just don't have an urban center. That's crazy. How much are we at right now? We're at 75. We need like 100, I think, to get an urban center, if I remember correctly. Mm-hmm. Well, if we had an urban center, it would provide services, which would decrease our service need. I would like to get that done, but that probably won't happen for a bit. Okay, police went to adoption. They are now fully occupied. It'll take a minute for this to go away. War support is going down by -15, so that's good. It's probably like 4 or 5 more ticks until we get to the negatives. Okay, and then I think our next target is going to be uh, Isaac. Isaac? I don't know. They have 2 battalions. Yeah, they'll be next, and then we'll go for them, and then we'll go for the Somali coastline. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We are making 265. Nope, still not enough to decrease tax. Alright, we're almost at the negatives. Once we hit negative, I think we should be able to then... Yes, we can peace out. Well, actually... Nope, never mind. We'll need... a little bit more. Cool. What do they have in their state? Got 2 trade centers, which will go away. Fishing wharf, and a bunch of agricultural stuff. Interesting. This will hopefully be beneficial. They've got 1 barrack, 1 port, and that's it. Okay. What is their GDP? Oh, not that. Okay. Cool. Well, doesn't matter. Oh my gosh. I don't get why this doesn't go down faster when you have full occupation. We're almost there. Okay, so we've got 1 cotton plantation that went down in price. So that should mean... Let's see, what is... Yeah. Okay. That's cool. Can we... Nope. Now we can. Awesome. Fantastic. So you have now messed with our market price. What? What am I? What needs clippers? Oh, the ports, most likely. Or the fishing wharves. Both. No, fishing wharf doesn't need clippers. Why? Interesting. I don't want to build a shipyard, but I guess I need to. So that's unfortunate. It takes fabric and wood. Whoa. Don't want to build that, and I also don't want another coffee plantation. Do I? It's not really being consumed. Yeah, there's no reason to build another one. That was a little bit of wasted construction progress, but I don't care. Cool. So now let's go ahead and just finish off this area and conquer this small little state. We will force the diplomatic play, and we will mobilize and put you on order. Alright. Ooh, we should probably check. We are still good on infamy. We're at... we're only at 4? Okay, cool. Alright, so our second continent plantation is done. We're now working on the textile mill, which will take 44 weeks. Jeez, that's gonna be a while. Alright, centralization is going. Okay. Literacy's gone up, which is interesting that it has, even though we've done absolutely nothing for it. So, you know, that's cool, I guess. While we're at it... Oh, actually, never mind. I understand now why literacy is going up. It's because we have social mobility, which we're going to place here as well. And I think we're going to do agricultural here, since we have so many agricultural buildings. Ooh. I should probably start incorporating these places. Yeah, let's go ahead and start incorporating them. Your population's going up. And your population's going down. Interesting. You just have bad mortality. Your population is going up. Barely. Okay. Oh. Okay, so let's go ahead, and we've got 30. How much would this increase by? 10? So I think we could go to level 2. It would decrease by 40%. Turmoil penalties. You know what I could also do? I've got a ton of extra... Let's go and do this. This should... Why is your infrastructure so bad? This should definitely be decreasing that. Hmm. Interesting. Okay. Well, I guess we should check out our market. Liquor is still very expensive. I thought population doesn't consume liquor because doesn't matter. We do have some non-Sunni, so I guess that makes sense. Okay, this text demo is going to take forever to finish. Okay, we are at a war. Hopefully, this goes quickly. Yeah, this should go very quickly. I never understood the decimals when it was under 100. It doesn't make sense. Yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So that's going. So while the war is going on, I think maybe let's take a look at our industrialists because they're increasing in clout, and I'm wondering if that is because we finally have. Yeah, so they've got mostly shopkeepers, and so I'm guessing they're growing in power because they actually starting to build some industrial buildings. Their political strength is 85.3. That's interesting. Let me take a look at that. They've got 11%. Interesting. I wonder what. I've got a lot of intelligentsia here. Way less landowners' power. That's interesting. I wonder if that's I wonder if they had. That's what I should have looked. I wonder if they had serfdom as one of their laws. Let's see. Literally, we just need someone that isn't a landowner or the clergy to get off of serfdom. I wonder if we could add. No, definitely can't add anyone. Oh well. Okay. So we have that country fully occupied now. Let's see. We're still going to be here for a little while. At war. So that's cool. We have a ton of peasants in our capital state. Not so much in the ones that we just took. But they don't have a lot of people in these states, which is interesting. Attraction is high. 7.1 is definitely not high. Maybe that's compared to the rest of the country, but I mean, yeah, migration attraction doesn't really matter though. We can't really attract migrants, anyways. We don't have. I think we have closed. I think we have closed borders. Yes. we've got closed borders. I wonder, only industrialists would support no migration controls. Man, I would really like to get the industrialists in power, but that won't happen for a little while. Okay. Ah, centralization. Perfect. That means I can do road maintenance. Road maintenance gives me extra 10%, I think it's 10% construction efficiency. So, hopefully, this will go by faster. Not really, though. Yeah, no, definitely not. We're not really getting much excess from road maintenance. Oh well. Okay, so it's going to take about 5 years for these places to become integrated. Oh, 2 years for that one. 5 years for this one. Okay. And then as soon as that's incorporated, maybe that will give us better stuff. Devastation from that being occupied. Ah, yes, we can peace out. Perfect. Alright. Now, let's see. What all does that mean that we have? We've got 2 fishing wharves, got a bunch of agricultural stuff, 2 ports, and 2 barracks. I don't think we really need 2 ports, if I'm being totally honest. In fact, I think the 1 port over here in Eritrea is fine, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to get rid of both those ports. Maybe a bad idea. Probably a bad idea. But it does mean that clippers are... Wait. Hold on. Okay, first, we'll look at that in a second. I got rid of those ports because they were using clippers. But that's not using clippers. What? Sorry, I'm a little confused, but I guess whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay. Well. Coffee is dirt cheap. Tea is also really cheap. Let's check out my population. Yeah, no, it's just clothes that have access, or that is really expensive. And liquor. Interesting. Okay, well, anyway, we have this revolution to enact legacy slavery and get rid of slavery, or the slave trade. Um, so that would be nice. Yeah, I mean, we'll go ahead and start enacting it. But I think on that note, we're going to go ahead and end off here. So, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.